Okay, in this video we're going to have a look at creating summary statistics, our mean and median, for example, from grouped frequency data. We'll also have a look at creating a histogram from it and then putting error bars on that histogram. Okay, so first of all, this video might be a little bit tedious, more tedious than other ones, but there's a couple of little tricks that need to be shown when creating these tables. So first of all, we'll put in our intervals for our score. Okay, now watch what happens here. So I've got interval of 5 to 9 there, and I press enter and it changes to a date. Okay, to avoid that, highlight, don't need to highlight both, but come here and see, I'll show you what's actually happened there. So if I go home, see it says custom here. Okay, what we need to do is change that. Probably your best bet is to change it to text. Okay, now delete what it has there and try again. And you can see we now get it. So let's try it with the next one. Changed again. So we'll need to just highlight the whole column. Go home, text. Okay, so that was highlight the whole column, home, and change here the type of data you're entering to text. Okay, now we'll just continue on entering that data, and 2024. Okay, we've got at least 5 intervals, so it's a good frequency distribution table, a good grouped frequency distribution table. Remember, we should have between 5 and 15 intervals, so that's good. Okay, we'll give it some frequency values. Okay, so we've got some frequency values there. Okay, we need to calculate the mean of that. So let's calculate the mean. First of all, let's insert, that was meant to be insert a row here, and we'll enter what's called our class center or our midpoint. Okay, so our class center, so what's the number directly in the middle of 0 to 4? Well, that's 2. Okay, then 7, then we've got 12, 17, and 22, and it's just worth noting the pattern that comes up there. Now we'll just check that that is general. Okay, now personally I like to centralize this data, so we'll do that. Okay, now the reason why we do class center is because we assume every value within that particular interval from 0 to 4 takes the value of 2. And when you have a large amount of data, that's a pretty good assumption. Okay, so our class center now becomes our x values, and our frequency, of course, is given the symbol f. We'll just expand those up. And over here, we'll call this column fx. What we're going to do in this column is multiply the class center by the frequency. Press enter. Okay, pull down that. Okay, now to calculate our average, remember we need to add them all up. So we'll do that here. We'll sum this column and we'll sum this column. So column D there is the add them all up, and column C is how many are there. Okay, then we can calculate our mean in here by dividing this column by that column. Okay, so our mean has been calculated. Our median, well, we see we've got 85 values there, So that means we add 1, divide by 2, so 86, that's 43, yeah, 43, so we have to work our way through here and find the 43rd data point. Now it's not a bad idea to then make a column called cumulative frequency. So to make it, we go this equals that column, but then we go equals that column plus that column. Okay, then we can drag that down, and sorry, I've made a mistake there. So it's not, it should be this column, sorry, this cell plus that cell. That's what it should be. Okay, there we go. And that number should match. Okay, so now we can find where our 46th data point is. It won't be in that interval. Won't be in that interval because we've only had 38 data points. It must be in this interval. So we can say there our median is 17. Okay, our median is 17. Now, if you're in Year 11 General Maths, that method is not suitable. That's the simple method. We'll be having a look at the hard method in Year 11 Maths class. Okay, let's now create our histogram. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to graph class center, and we're going to graph it against the frequency. Okay, so we press and hold those two, and I've shown you in other videos how to do combined graphs or compound graphs. So insert, and we'll use our 2D column here. There we go, we got our chart title there. Now to add error bars. Now I had it before our design, that's where it is. Add chart element. Come here to error bars. Got standard error. You can have a percentage error. You can have a standard deviation. Okay, so perhaps standard error. You talk to your teacher about which one's best. We've also got more error bar options. So we can have minus the plus, no cap, cap. Okay, there's a few different options there. Okay, so you have a talk with your teacher about what's best there. Okay, thanks for being patient on this one.